razed.
Don't fuck up in there. They made it sound like I was going to lose my soul or something.
Just your self-respect, I'm afraid, and theirs. Honestly, probably the Pentasards as well. No Magnus wants to pledge their life ward and then shit the bed.
I know, but still.
When you think about it, though, wasting a talented, well-trained Magnus on a silly death trap when they could instead die capturing a hill at the front is a terrible trade, and, well, also a stupid one. And Kirken's definitely not that.
So what, the path just resurrects you?
She's her own transitory fold between worlds, and she'll make her own rules while you're inside, thank you very much. If you waste her time by dying, she'll spit you back into the lobby with egg on your face.
Ugh.
Where are my manners? Congratulations on your success, Jack of the House Unforeseen. The kingdom is better for your coming. I'm Magister Greaves of House Belmay, 3-time selection washout, and now champion of your name and deeds. It's an absolute honor to make your acquaintance.
So how often do you try out for selection?
As seldom as I'm able without bending Light's Army regulations. Don't mistake me. I'm a talented Magnus and fierce patriot, but I'm fortunate enough to be able to contribute to the war effort without...
Without actually serving.
Now, I am required to serve during second summer, unless I talk to the right people. I can't get around that.
You literally just said you can get around it.
Please don't think less of me, my friend. I would defend Lucium to the last. And when I do walk the path, I give it my all. For about 5 minutes. And then a spike impales me, or a spectral nightblade shoots me through the eye. We can't all be you, Jack.
House Belming. That's a military house, right? Sounds familiar.
More military adjacent. I'm in the Hinters business.
The what now?
The Hinters? Apologies. That's a fancy euphemism for fertility fields. My house holds the contracts to construct and maintain all the Hinters for the northeasterly estates of Lucium. The military is our primary customer, of course.
Okay. Act like I'm from Saren and try one more time.
Hinters are stretches of land constructed beneath ley line crossings. The great families use them to influence their offspring's chances of being born with magic, which in turn guarantees that they remain the great families.
So you're telling me that being born with magic is manufactured?
Of course it is. Well, not always. And there are the unforeseen, such as yourself. There's a chance for everyone.
You must want to be an immortal or you wouldn't keep fake dying. But why do you want to be one?
Tut-tut. Nothing about the dying feels fake. It's a psychological horror show. Feeling the pain of your flesh burning off while also being slightly annoyed with yourself as it happens. Ugh, the dissonance of those moments. It scars the psyche, Jack. I do not recommend.
Which means you have a really good reason for wanting the job.
Of course I do. I want to serve Lucium.
Nope, not that one.
One mustn't equivocate, I see. Fine. I reckon it's expected of me, right? Despite the family business and all its wealth, I'm still a scion of a line of Magni, and share the name of a great house. We're not allowed to avoid the order, or we risk bringing shame to our forebears.
I went to the Underdwell in Caltus. Have you ever run into the Allori where you're from?
Mm-hmm. I've had to run the beasts off from my hinterfields a few times. They scurry out of their holes some nights to sun themselves beneath the ley line nexuses. A bad analogy, as I say it. They feed on magic, you see.
Oh, I know.
We have had to use our lightless soldiers to chase them away. Our Magni refuse to get near the creatures. Dreadful things. Evil. I take it you met a few?
Yeah, their leader, I think. He was cranky, maybe a little violent, but not evil.
Are you sure he was an Allori? That doesn't sound right at all. Maybe he was full. Either way, you're lucky to have come out of there alive.
When's your next go-around at selection?
Next year, assuming Shawn doesn't... Well, I mustn't be defeatist.
You know you don't have to be an immortal to join the Light's army. I mean, a Magnus of your stature would get fast-tracked to officer.
Enlist? I do more for Lucium keeping its magical bloodlines healthy than I would fumbling about as a soldier, my friend.
What do you think the Immortals are? We're soldiers.
Not all. You have intelligence officers that rarely see the field. And you used to have a wealth of non-combatant roles. The Immortals were a massive organization once upon a time, and its soldiers were but a small part. Your order knew better days before Sandrak's ascent. It's a tragedy to see it so reduced.
All right, Belming. I should go. Okay, what's the big deal?
You two, give us the room. Move! Room, seal and set scrying wards. Remember when Sandrak breached the Palathon that one time? What fun! And afterwards it was up to me to strengthen our security enchantments against Roshanian magic.
Yeah?
Well, they worked. Who the hell is Luna, Jack?
Just stop, Luna. Shawn doesn't have its own colors. How can you even ask me that?
What is it? Some kind of spectral projection? The real question is, who are you communicating with?
Wait, are you spying on me?
Are you spying on us? Is this Luna a Roshanian agent?
No! Yes, she grew up with me in Saren. She took care of us. Turns out... Look, it's so messed up, Dev. Luna's...
The friend you say is dead, which is very sad, but also very not true, because it turns out she's a Roshanian agent.
Worse. She's the hand of Sandrak.
Oh, do me a favor!
I know. I swear I was going to tell you. You already kind of knew. You noticed me looking at her in one of our briefings.
She can hear our mission briefings?
No. At least she says she can. And I believe her, because when we mind link or whatever, I can't see or hear anything around her either. It's not... It's a corrupted spell, Devin, not some kind of covert intelligence device thing. I promise. Thaddeus cast a Roshanian spell. That's what you detected, so we could walk around in each other's heads, and she got in somehow. I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure what to do. I thought maybe I could convince her of something I hadn't come up with yet, all right? It's messy. but I was never going to let her hurt us.
You said she killed Thaddeus.
Well, I was never going to let her hurt us after that. Devin, come on. She didn't interfere in the Deep Mirror. She hasn't come after us since this whole mindfuckery stuff happened. And now that Sandrak's dead, we can...
Stop it. Just stop. I think you should leave.
Okay. I'll, be in my room.
The Palathon. You should leave the Palathon. This is bad, Jack.
You're serious?
Whatever I decide to tell Kirkan, I'll let you know beforehand.
How to do this. We need to talk. Can you, show up? Thaddeus?
Don't get spooked now. I ain't a ghost. Turns out...
Something went wrong with your mind walk spell?
Hey now, that spell would have worked just fine if it weren't so rudely imposed upon.
Same here. Well, not with you. This is the first time with you.
Well, I guess you just know everything.
I didn't know you were alive. I've been telling everybody you were killed.
Sorry to disappoint. Suits me better that way, to be honest. I've been getting a little long in the shadow lately, and too many folks are starting to know where I'm getting to it.
The hell?
Sorry, Rook's on my ass about telling you to get over here. We need to talk about Sandrak. Man alive, would you shut up?
Look who finally decided to show.
Hey, kid. Sit a spell.
Gentlemen, it's good to see you alive, Thaddeus. How did you...
How's are for later. We gotta talk.
God damn. You been to the Shrouded Realm again?
Yeah. Every time I'm near a font when it gets absorbed, I just shift over there. Then I see the Pentasod, and pow, I'm back.
Huh. Pentasod must like ya. It don't normally do that, as a general rule. Crossing over is a one-way street.
This absorbed font you're talking about. It happened to be where you think you saw Sandrak die?
Rhetorical question, kid. It was. That's how Sandrak got himself into the Shrouded Realm.
Do what now?
There was likely a tiny hole left there where the font was. A sliver, lingering a bit between worlds. Probably crawled his mangy ass through it in the nick of time. Lucky some bitch.
Back up. What makes you think Sandrak went to the Shrouded Realm?
'Cause he crawled back out. Recently. He's close by, too. I can smell him.
There's a snuffed-out font over here in Kelpis. That's where he probably is. Take this. It'll bring you right to him. I figure he'll be weak, convalescing and whatnot. He ain't moved, from what we can gather. Pulling himself back, probably about tore him to shreds.
Why not use the font that would have taken him to Rasharn?
Rasharn's a dangerous place for a tyrant showing weakness. Sandrak has enemies at court. He's smart to avoid them if he can.
All right then. Round 3.
Sandrak will have summoned his personal guard to watch over him. You won't be able to avoid him.
You know what that means, right? The girl. She'll be there alongside all your unfinished business.
Thanks, guys. I'd ask you to help, but you would have offered by now.
I'm still on the mend after getting gut-shot by your aforementioned friend.
And my kind live in a cave for a reason, kid. Out there, we tend to get killed by folks less enlightened than yourself. But good luck, and make it hurt.
Before you leave, kid, hit up that spell altar. It's got something you'll need.
What, so you hang out here? Didn't know you and Thaddeus were tight.
Wizard has a relaxing water pool when I got bunions. Instant type friendship.
You wear shoes?
What's it to you?
Nothing. At all. What's the deal between you and the Pentasod?
What do you mean?
Just the way you talk about it. It's like you know him.
The Allori. We used to think the Pentasod was the shit. You've seen the statues and such in the Underdwell, right? He was our guy. But when your people drove us into the caves and the Pentasod did jack all except stand there looking down and letting the whole thing happen, he can go to hell with the rest of you.
So I figured you would stay out of human affairs.
Human affairs.
Just the Allori helping out with this. I want you to know it's appreciated.
Your boy Sandrak's fucking with my food supply. Hoarding up all that magic. Believe me, you don't want starving Allori suddenly skulking around topside looking for scraps. This ain't no team-up. It's just survival.
You helping me find Sandrak. That's going on my tab, isn't it?
You act like you're gonna be around to pay it. My money's still on the maniac with the woohoo rock.
He doesn't have it. The Binding Stone? My friends and I took it from him.
Where are these friends now?
Pissed off at me like you wouldn't believe and guarding the woohoo rock.
You feel like a real winner right now, I bet.
Take it easy, Rook.
Go get him, kid.
How you been, kid? Last I saw you, you were searching for the Shrine Forge. Suspect you found it, if you tackled Sandrak head on.
Yeah, we found it. With Kenzie's help, by the way. Then I kind of broke it, but...
Mm-hmm. Feels like your thing. Walking into a place the first time and tripping over shit like a toddler. Had to fire up a few constructs to help get my polar back in shape after your visit.
I told you I was sorry. Anyway, I found out how Sandrak was able to control the Binding Stone. There was a machine that you could get a mark from. Oh, and by machine, I mean an ancient, giant, Aristean ghost guy thing.
How about you two play catch-up after Sandrak's in the ground?
How about you mind your own business? Ignore him. We got time to talk.
Maybe you can tell me how you aren't dead.
No real mystery. I'll make sure to carry a healing crystal on me at all times. Habit from a lifetime of soldiering. It's nice to feel missed, though.
So here's something pretty embarrassing and terrible. The Immortals gave me the boot.
Something tells me that ain't by choice. Catch you fraternizing with the enemy stuck in your head?
That's not what it is! I mean, yes, it totally looks like it, but like...
But it's messy.
That's what I said!
Look, I got the very dubious benefit of having you two bouncing around in my head, sharing all your conflict and history and whatnot, but your pals at the Palathon don't got that context.
So what do I do?
To avoid high treason? Fuck if I know. I just said it was messy, not fixable. I suspect killing Sandrak's a good first step, though.
You were Grand Magnus of the Immortals when Sandrak was part of the Order, weren't you?
Guilty. Surprised you know about that. Figured Lavenry would have had Kirkin scrub his name from the record.